Shannon Harwell here with Usborne Books and More. One of the things that I really love about Usborne Books is that they offer a wide variety of books for all ages and learning styles. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the books that I believe support the different learning styles and developmental stages that we all go through. Before we get started, I would ask that you take out a piece of paper and a pencil so that you can jot down any titles that you hear that you might be interested in checking out. I also wanted to let you know that while I'm going to be showing you a lot of books, there are going to be some books that I'm going to mention, but I don't have to show you. They're definitely worth checking out. So if you hear one that you're interested in, please write it down and let me know if I can help you in any way. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay? So, do you have your pencil and paper? Okay, let's get started. We're going to jump in with some sensory integration, and I'm going to start out one of the books from the That's Not My series. Now, there are over 30 books in this series, and the things that I love about these books is that there's a different touchy-feely part on each page. So your child or students are getting a good view in building their sensory diet, okay? Each page, different touchy-feely. The other thing that I really like about these is the thick black lines, so it helps distinguish each piece of the picture so that they can put it together and see it clearly. Okay? And a couple other books that I would like to recommend for sensory integration are, they have some noisy board books. So if you have a student or a child that really likes to listen to things, those would be good choices. We also have some fingerprint activity books, which I'm going to show you one here. This one belongs to my son, and he does love using it, as you can tell. But this is great because they can touch the stamp pad. If they don't mind getting their fingers colored, they can touch the stamp pads and be a little creative. So this is also a really cool one. Another book that I'm going to mention but that I don't have to show you is our My First Keyboard books. Those books are really cool because at the top it has some music, really simple music, but at the bottom there's a keyboard and with colored code so that they can learn and make music. So those are a couple of books for sensory integration that I wanted to mention. Next we're going to move on to motor planning. Now Usborne Books has a lot of step-by-step books. We have step-by-step books to help you draw. We have a ton of step-by-step science books to check out and art books. So, and we even have a cupcake kit book that's a step-by-step recipe book, which is really cool. And it comes with all the little cupcake tins and that type of thing. So I'm going to show you a science book and an art book, just really quick. So 50 science things to make and do. They're really simple books to follow. As you saw, there was a table of contents, so if there's something that you're specifically interested in checking out, like a scientific concept, it's easy to go to. My son and I, who just turned 4 in January, we've actually done quite a few projects in here. We've made our own guitar. We've used marshmallows and toothpicks to build towers, and we also did an ink blotting one to separate the inks. So super fun and super simple. The next one is an art book. This one's a little bit more complicated because this one would be geared more towards older children. But there is one that I believe it's my very first art ideas. So that would be a little bit more simple. But I really like these because, like I said, it's step by step, so it's easy to follow along. And lots of pictures to give you great ideas. And the other thing I really like about this one is, if I can get to the page, the content is broken down into art ideas, art skills, and art projects. So again, if you're looking for a specific concept that you want to cover, just go to that project and jump right in. The next idea that I want to talk about, or topic that I want to talk about, is visual discrimination. We have a lot of books that help with this area of development, and the first, I have two that I'm going to show you. The first one I would definitely use for younger children. It's called The Very First Book of Things to Spot. There are a couple books in this series, so there's also Things to Spot at Home and Things to Spot Out and About. And I really like these because I think the pictures are bright and clear, and they're just kind of fun. So it's just looking for whatever this is asking you for. So spot a cat wearing a scarf. So you would have your child look for the cat wearing the scarf. Or spot the dog in the red car with a triangle, that type of thing. So good. This is a really, really good book. A step up from that, that's a little bit more difficult, and I would suggest for a little bit older child, are 1001. They have animals to spot. There's tons in this series, but these are really cool. Again, I love the pictures. The layout's just a little bit different in the last book that I showed you. So it looks like this. Okay, so you would have a number of hens or whatever to look for in here, and so your child would kind of search for it. These also come in sticker books, which is really cool, which would work on the fine motor aspect of it, where you would take the sticker of the hen, and once you found the 10 hens, you would put it on there so that your child would remember, hey, I found the 10 hens, then I don't need to do that one again. So that's a really, really cool one. Other books for visual discrimination would be, we have a couple are picture puzzle books. We have Farm and Zoo, and those are really, really cool. I don't have them to show you, but those are definitely worth checking out. Again, those are picture puzzle book, Farm and Zoo. And we also have one that came out last season. It's called Where's Will, so it kind of reminds me of Where's Waldo. So that would be a fun one. And then one that is kind of similar to the 1001 Animals to Spot is called The Great Animal Search. And I like that one. That one to me would be geared a little bit for older kids because the pictures are more realistic. And so I think those are some really fun books to check out. The next concept that I want to talk about is visual perception. I have one book I'm going to show you for visual perception, and then I'm going to mention a couple more. The first one that I'm going to show you is, this is one of our phonics readers, and this is really cool just for building that reading fluency as well. And then the perception part comes where, in the same, well, the perception part comes where on each page, the illustrator is Stephen Cartwright, and he is known for hiding things in his artwork. And so he hides little yellow ducks. So it'd be kind of nice if you're reading, this is very simple text, and then you just find the hidden duck, which is right here. And then the next page you would read. These also have some fold-outs. Now, the phonics readers, this one is a library-bound version, so it's a hardcover, but they're also sold in paperback. And I believe the paperbacks are $4.99, and I don't believe that they have the fold-outs like this one does, but they would still have the ducks hiding and the simple text and the great pictures. Great books to check out. Some other books for visual perception that I think would be really cool are, we have a book. It's called Press Out Paper Town. So it comes as a book, and then you just press out the pieces and you make an entire town. I think that one is really cool. And then we also have Slot Together Castle and Victorian Dollhouse, which those are really, really cool. So those would help with students or children who like to work with puzzles and solve things. Great ones to check out. The next thing that I'm going to share with you, bring these books over here, talk about fine motor skills, okay? So I have lots of books that I like to share for fine motor skills. Let's start out with our sticker books. I mentioned before that the 1001 series, Things to Spot series, those were also sticker books. This is one of my favorites, How Things Grow. And I really like this one because not only is it a sticker book, but it's filled with lots of stuff to learn. Let me show you the stickers. Boop, boop, boop. So lots of stuff to learn. So if you're working with a child or just for fun, all kids love stickers, this would be a great book to work on those fine motor skills. If you're looking for something for older kids, we have a lot to offer in that area too as far as sticker books go. This one is about the Renaissance. We also have one on ancient Egypt. So I really like these because the pictures are just really, really great. Let me get to the stickers and then I'll show you so these are the stickers. and then you would just place them in the book where they belong. And these, again, are filled with tons of facts. So lots of learning going on while working on those other skills. Now I'm going to talk to you about some of our flat books. I really love flat books. Some people are nervous about flat books, but I really love them because I believe that the kids are really able to engage with them and learn, and they hold on to that information that they're studying. This one is Lift It Flat, First Questions and Answers, How Do Flowers Grow? And I actually purchased this one for my son when he was 3. And I believe that if you really work with the child and teach them how to care for their books, that they're going to learn to care for their books. But I really like these because the text is really simple, but it's big concepts, okay? So How Do Flowers Grow? Talks about all different kinds of ways that flowers grow or things that they need. Do plants need food? Here's where the fine motor skills come in. Lifting these flaps, okay? Lots of flaps, fun pictures, and lots of things to learn, okay? The next 3 series that I'm going to talk about very quickly are the Peek Inside series. I'm going to talk about, okay, so we have Peek Inside, Look Inside, and See Inside. The difference between these 3 books is the age level that they're geared for, okay? So you're obviously going to start with a younger age for the Peek Inside and work your way up. The difference between them is more information and more flaps. But I love it because the information's in bite-sized chunks, and so it's not too overwhelming. And if I know that, you know, when my son and I look through these types of books, we could just do 1 page, and that would be enough for our story time. But he would also spend time asking me questions, and that's what I love about these books is kids ask questions. So that's all I'm going to share with you right now in this video, but I have more to come. So let's take a quick break, we'll play a game, and then we'll get back to our books. Thanks a lot.